Hi everyone, I'm Sharice, of course, and I'm going to be talking about chapter 3, How I Predict Divorce, and it's based off of Gottman's four horsemen of the apocalypse. So I'm going to list the four horsemen, and then I'm going to jump in and then add like the therapeutic piece between each of the horsemen. So the first horseman is criticism, the second one is contempt, the third one is defensiveness, and the fourth horseman is stonewalling. I had a brain fart, sorry. So, starting with horseman one, criticism. Within criticism, there's complaint and criticism. So, the example that Ottman gives is a couple. Pretty much one person's complaining, another person's criticizing, and the complaint is focused on the behavior of the event, and the criticism is globally expressing feelings and opinions about the other's character or personality. So each of them, as Ottman has stated, complaint and criticism comes a lot more what you see in the younger couples, he stated. And so after reading Goldenberg's chapters, I suggested maybe like a premarital or like a counselor that marriages younger couples like that are just married, because going through it myself has definitely helped pinpoint the criticisms and contrast that even within my relationship that we were going back and forth with, to actually building each other up. It was a good foundation. And there's like a counseling like I guess program that we went through. It was called like the Symbiosis, I believe. Don't quote me. I'll put it like in the comments if if I remember. But those premarital therapies could help with the complaint and criticism, as Goldenberg stated as well. So the second horseman is contempt. Contempt arises from one of the person in the relationship feels superior to the other one, therefore is talking down to them. Contempt is usually filled with long simmering negative thoughts about a partner, and you're more likely to like have thoughts of these differences because of things that weren't resolved, issues that weren't resolved. And to take it up another level, this could produce the belligerence in your relationship. And sorry about that, y'all. And the belligerence part is just you literally threatening your partner. So they come home late for dinner, as Ottman gives an example, and the response is, what you gonna do about it? Like fighting words. So I think a really good therapy after reading Goldenberg's chapter is group therapy with couples or families, to where you can kind of see yourself in a mirror of another person, because you know how you can always seem to easily poke your eye in someone else but not in yourself. And so that could Goldenberg talked about the reflection of that therapy, right? So then the third horseman is defensiveness. And this is when you're attacking your spouse, because it's of defensiveness. It really is the way of you blaming your partner. So essentially this just escalates conflict. Now, another good thing that I thought Ottman said about all of the first three horsemen is like they're like batons, they pass around. So it's never like all of them at the same time. He was like, it's like they're passing the baton and you just keep going in this cycle. And I just think it's so interesting how he described the cycle, because that's literally what the enemy is trying to do within marriages. So I think in any time, like with the defensiveness, it's usually the warfare of the enemy. And so even getting a Christian counselor or getting more involved in their faith could definitely stop the defensiveness, to where God can check their heart. And then you have stonewalling. Stonewalling arrives later in marriages as compared to the other three horsemen. John Ottman said, in this case, it's pretty much the one person in a relationship is just like, yeah, sure. Like they're just compromising or saying because they don't want to argue. And he said majority of this does come from men. The percentage of stonewallers are men. But not just that, I thought that in these cases, he said it's because of unresolved built up issues. And so I read in Goldenberg's book that couples sex therapy is good for rekindling, since it is an older, like happens older, like older marriages, to like kind of rekindle and respark and remember why you love that person. And that sex therapy can help you like walk through that intimacy with that person again and letting go, you know, whatever they have to let go. So those are my take on the four horsemen: criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling. Y'all, it's been real. Bye.